So, how is it that we gain strength and resilience from our times when we've actually felt our weakest? That's what we're going to talk about today on day 23 of our journey into well-being. Have you anytime recently felt like you were being knocked down to your knees by life? I know there's been plenty of times in my life, whether it was a loved one passing away, losing a job, losing a marriage, losing a house. Why is it always about losing? Do we feel like we're losing something? What are we gaining in the process? So here's one thought, is there's always a contrast. So I'm going to bring this into perspective right now. I've been watching the Big Bear eagle camera, and there are a set of eagles, a pair of eagles, named, ironically, Jackie and Shadow. And I want to share this with you because they just laid 3 eggs. So they're taking turns sitting on the eggs so that they can incubate them. But it's winter time, and Big Bear is a little bit chilly. It snows. We're in a rainy season right now, so if they're not getting snow, they might be getting rain. But it's cold, and they're up on those skinny branches of the tip tops of the treetops. And I can imagine the wind gets pretty cold up there. So, can you imagine sitting on eggs in a treetop in the middle of winter in a tree? Well, we're not eagles, but the reason I bring this up is you think about the eggs. So the eggs are fragile. And in contrast, they're also quite resilient. They only have the capacity to come to the fruition of hatching into eaglets when they've been properly taken care of. Those eaglets could freeze quite quickly if they weren't properly nurtured. Nature is a beautiful reflection for us to take a look at our lives, to take a look at human nature, and see where we possibly could learn. So in my experiences of getting knocked down to my knees over and over and over again, I've learned to accept what has happened, learn from the experience, learn from the other people in my life, actually with a perspective that might be a little different than what you might be used to. I'm never grateful for an experience where it felt like it broke my heart, but I'm grateful for the lesson of helping me to see where I've maybe lost myself. I don't know if you've ever felt like you've lost yourself, but I know that when I got divorced over 10 years ago, I remember looking in the mirror, and I remember looking at the woman that was looking back at me, and I was unclear who she was. I didn't know how I had gotten that far away from understanding who I was, what I wanted, or where I was going in life. And so my journey has been a lot of transformation. It's been a lot of uncovering and questioning and learning and growing and asking, who am I? What do I want? And what is life teaching me? You know, it is unfortunate to get your heart broken, but at least you know your capacity to love is huge. At least you know that you chose love. And that's why it hurts so bad when it's missing. So if you're going through anything at this particular moment, allow yourself to trust that everything is happening exactly as it's meant to. Trust yourself and ask, what is this helping to teach me? And I know for me, because I've fallen in love so many times, I could tell you stories, and I am going to write a book at some point. But I'm going to share with you, there's somebody that's been on my heart for a few years, and a dear, dear friend of mine. And I occasionally, and this is coming up because I work with young women and who are in their hormones and emotions sometimes, working on themselves, which is really beautiful. And sometimes one of the ladies will get a little attached to someone that they would like to share more time with. And for me, the best advice that I've ever been able to give is advice I've given myself. Because I know that we often look for love, validation, and approval outside of ourselves. And I know I've shared this before, but I believe that whenever you feel that sensation of love going out to somebody else where it's not received, it's not reciprocated, it is basically an energetic leak where you're allowing your energy to split, where you're sending that energy out, and it doesn't have anywhere to go. It basically is energy that you've lost, that you've wasted, because it's not in any way coming back to you. And so what the best thing that I've learned to do for myself that has helped me to become resilient and strong is to recognize if my thoughts, my mind is off in a trajectory that's not healthy. And then I become aware in the moment, and then I'm looking at, okay, so where am I looking at attempting to send energy, or not even in that awareness, right? Because you're just thinking about somebody, or you're just fantasizing about some story that you wished would happen. And instead of all of those wishes, it's good to have visualization about what you personally are able to create in your life. Like, you have the ability to create so much. Your potential is huge. Your capacity is not realized. We're just using a fraction of the power within us, me included. And every day I'm asking myself, how do I get to step into my greater capacity to grow, to learn, to create, to share? And every day I have new insights. But am I reaching my own capacity? No, not yet. And every day it gets bigger and bigger. And I'm really grateful of that. I've attracted some pretty beautiful things in my life. Beautiful people, beautiful opportunities, beautiful ways to continue to learn, continue to grow, continue to share. But if we want to soar like those eagles and reach our capacity, reach the higher heights, become resilient, become strong to weather the storm, to become the storm, to be the storm, it takes discovering who you are and bringing all of that love that you may be sending out that's not reciprocated. By all means, love the people that you love in your life. and allow yourself to receive and the love that's being returned, that's being reciprocated, that's being shared, that is mutual. But if you are sending love vibes out to people that are not appreciating that, it's a waste. It's a waste of your time, your energy, your thoughts. And what I do is, anytime I notice one of those thoughts going out, I remember that I have my inner child within me who deserves so much love. And oftentimes she's been abandoned. And I don't want to be the one that's abandoning her anymore. Because for a long time, I didn't know that I was her loving adult. I didn't know that it was my responsibility to step in and take care of her. I always wanted somebody else to show me how lovable I was and to come in and give me that love. But I feel that until I created the foundation of being that resource for myself and saying, instead of sending that energy out, I'm going to bring it right back. Bring it into my little one and give her so much love, because she deserves so much love. Sometimes even put my arms around myself, because we have to be that space of love for ourselves, have the space for grace for ourselves and for others, because we're all on this journey together. We are all on the journey of coming home to our heart, and we are walking each other home. So hopefully you're not in the midst of a storm or in the frigid cold of life. I hope you are warm. I hope you are nurtured. I hope you are loved. I hope you are incubating whatever is within you to bring to life. Maybe it's your inner child. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's that sensation of who you are is coming to the forefront to be known. I'm Jacqueline Bamenek. Today is day 23 of our journey into well-being. I'm with Vibrational Energy Solutions in the doorway to your divine destiny. And I hope you're making it a most fabulous day. And I'm sending so much love from my heart to yours. Bye for now.